Hey, folks. Just waiting on Facebook to catch up, and then we'll be all live. And good evening to my friends over on Facebook as well. Hello. Welcome, boys and girls. It's good to be back. I hope you all had an absolutely fantastic, relaxing, quiet, contemplative, and richly rewarding Christmas. It's good to see you all. I am Bill Sylvie, your humble, handsome, slightly less hairy host. And I'm glad to be here. So, for the past 25 days, I've reached down and broken out the Lego Advent Calendar. That was a lot of fun. Well, 24 days. Advent calendars go 24 days. I do Christmas musical Advent. That's 25 days, but there we go. Hello, Vinny Notabartolo. Good to see you. Good to see everyone. But anyway, so I got some pretty cool swag for Christmas I was going to show to you guys this evening and talk a little bit about D&D also because, hey, this is a D&D oriented stream, not just me showing off goodies I got, but I always like to show off swag I've gotten from friends in the show. And honestly, do I have any better friends of the show than my family? Maybe. But anyway, so I'll show you guys what I got. The first items of interest that I'd like to show off. These are actually very cool, and I'm gonna bring up the desktop view cam here. There we go. So my wife is a big fan of these. What is this that I'm holding? Is it a pillow? No. This is in fact called a book bow. B-E-A-U, not B-O, as in Beau Gonora. This is beau as in beau geste, or beau boyfriend. What this is a padded caddy into which you can slip a book or possibly even a laptop or even a tablet. And as you can see by the design on this one, if you are not familiar, I will tell you, this is Blade Runner themed. Apparently, these were like a limited run that they did, and I am so digging it. So we have the dragon logo up here from the restaurant. Of course, here's Gaff and the uniformed officer shaking Deckard down as he has his noodles there on the streets of Los Angeles right in the beginning of the movie. And I absolutely adore this. And this and the other one that I got, because I got two, will provide a lot of protection for my AD&D books. I would dare say, and I should have brought the books over here to test it, shame on me, but I would dare say that a player's handbook and monster manual would fit quite nicely inside this one. So book bow, thank you. And next, can't find a good place to put that isn't just lying on the floor, so I'm going to set it right there on the desk. The next one I got, also a book bow. This is Hobbit themed. Yes, that's Bag End right there. Look at that, guys. Look at the detail on that. So this is a nice padded waterproof, so we can go monster manual and player's handbook, dungeon master's guide, and these will make great protectors for great books. There goes my studio light. So thank you, family. I love these. These are awesome. So I want to put these someplace. The next item that I got is also Blade Runner themed. I have been casting about. I've been wanting this book for a long time. Future Noir, The Making of Blade Runner. This is a meaty tome. This is not a couple of magazine articles copied into book form. This is this is just astounding stuff, and I'm so looking. I leafed through a friend's copy of this book many years ago, and I'm so looking forward to diving into this and really getting the ins and outs Paul Salmon, Future Noir, The Making of Blade Runner. And it does have a section plus an update on Blade Runner 2049. I don't know if this came out before Blade Runner 2049 came out, but this is definitely has some stuff in it, and this is going to be a good read. I mean, I love Blade Runner, so looking forward to diving into that. And finally, yes, I did in fact get a replacement copy of the Empire Strikes Back sketchbook. Oh, right over here. So, let's see. Here is my replacement copy. This is my original that I received once upon a time. And here's my replacement copy. Now, it doesn't show up very well on camera, but these are two different shades of blue. Another difference I noticed, the books are slightly differently sized. If you stand them up on a flat surface, the quote-unquote new one is about 1 millimeter shorter. Is it shorter or is it... Let me see. Okay, the new one is about 1 millimeter taller than the original. And so the original is on the bottom there. Note the spines are different. The Ballantine logo is a little closer to the top. And the Empire Strikes Back sketchbook is the title on the original one. To show you guys what I mean by missing pages from it, see if I can find this real quick. And it's full of just beautiful art by Joe Johnson and Nilo Rodriguez Jamiro. Okay, yeah, here's some details of AT&D walkers. Kind of get that in there. So the Scout Walker, which is arguably, I mean, the Scout Walker has so little time on screen in Empire versus Jedi that I'm surprised they didn't save it for Jedi. I mean, you just see one bounding by briefly in Empire in the Battle for Hoth. But so we have the section here on page 23. Scout Walker. Sounds like a baseball player's name. Scout Walker up to pitch. It's 3 for 2 on the night. So here we go. Page 24 and 25. We have early concept art of what the Scout Walkers might look like. Page 26. And oh, look, page 29. Yeah. 27 and 28 stolen out of my copy. At the insistence of a teacher. Yes, Michael Alone, I blame you for that. At any rate, so we can now see in the unadulterated version, if we flip over, here is what was ripped from my book. And there is no page 28 alone. But this is the drawing that was yanked out of my book by some idiot who probably lost it within a matter of days after he destroyed my book to get a drawing. Fucking people, I swear. Oh, and also, Christmas would be remiss without a Terry's Chocolate Orange. If you've never had one, I highly recommend picking one up if you have the means. They're really quite excellent. So that's my Christmas swag this year. That's my big haul. Now I did buy myself. I was given let and hindrance to avail myself of the Steam sale, the Steam winter sale. So I did jump on that, and I did pick up the 2009. I can't believe it's all the way back in 2009, but it still looks fantastic. The 2009 Ghostbusters game, which features the voice work of Harold Ramis, Dan Aykroyd, Ernie Hudson, and Bill Murray. And you play a fifth member of the Ghostbusters. They call you the Rookie, as you battle your way through about 8 or 10 hours of gameplay. But it was $4. It is $4 or $6 or something on Steam. I heartily recommend picking that one up. I'm not a fan of digital software. I don't like the fact that, you know, Bill Murray's estate could, you know, he could pass away in a couple years, God forbid, and his estate like sue to have that game removed. And I would just wake up one morning and nope, it's gone. Doesn't matter that you didn't finish playing it or that you wanted to play it again or whatever. It's just, we just took it out. Which brings to an interesting nexus. Because that's what Wizards of the Coast has been doing for all of those folks who are like, I have all my books digitally and they're just right at my fingertips and I don't have to haul books around with me. Yeah, don't you feel stupid now? Passerby says, those book bows look really nice. Thank you. I thought so too. I thought they were lovely. These are quite nice. These are very nice. And again, I look forward to putting my Dungeon Master's Guide. Did I pick up my free copy of I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream? I did not. I didn't know that was out there, but now that I do, I'm going to pick it up. I think Ellison would be particular. I don't know that anybody ever sat down and talked to Harlan Ellison about digital video game downloads and stuff like that. But I can't help but the man would probably be shocked and appalled that you could buy something and then it just be unlicensed from you and taken away. You know, I just I just can't fathom that would have suited him very well. But no, I will pick up my copy of I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. I'm assuming you're referring to the point and click adventure puzzler, which getting Ellison to sign off on that and actually allow for a computer game is kind of an interesting story, because basically the creators approached him and said, well, why? Why these people? Why is Am making these people suffer? And he thought about it and said, you know what? That's a damn good question. Why these people? Under what circumstances? And then you can go through and you can try and basically put a happy ending to I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. I mean, it's not a perfect happy ending, but it's better than what you get in the short story. Oh, but anyway, so no, I did not pick that up. I am looking and drooling at the Steam sales. I'm very hyped to pick up some stuff. Folks, please, if you haven't gotten a copy of Fallout 4 or even Fallout 3 and all of its add-ons, let's see. Let's check this out if you're not logged into Steam. So right now, yep. Fallout 3, the Game of the Year edition. Let's go ahead and put my birth year as 1918. The Fallout 3 Game of the Year edition is $7.99, and it includes Operation Anchorage, The Pit, Broken Steel, Point Lookout, and Mothership Zeta. So you can play all of that add-on stuff in addition to the main quest and any mods you might get. Now, Fallout 4, let's see. Is $13.19. That's Fallout 4, Wasteland Workshop, Automatron, Far Harbor, the Contraptions Workshop, the Vault Tech Workshop, and Nuka World, which is a whole separate theme park, post-apocalypse theme park campaign area, which has some cute touches that harken back to Fallout 3, but I won't spoil those. $13.19. Now, I'm not a fan of Bethesda or anything else like that. I think Fallout 76 was one of the biggest boondoggles and mistakes I've seen in gaming. Although over the last few years there've been so many, it's really kind of hard to keep up with them. But Fallout 76 was pretty awful. But Fallout 4 is a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun, and you should give it your time. Passerby says, I've seen an interview with Ellison where he talks about the game. He says, I don't care if people put the message on a piece of gum. Just remember. I like that. That does sound like Harlan Ellison. That sounds a lot like Harlan Ellison. Harlan Ellison was a scary, irascible asshole, but I really appreciated what he had to say. And one of the things that has stuck with me for years about Ellison is 3 simple words: pay the writer. Pay the writer. Does the writer create? Yes, then pay him. Pay him. And he went off on this rant, on the pay the writer rant, when someone at Paramount asked him to come and do filler stuff for Babylon 5 DVD box set from one of the seasons. Would you come in and would you do this? And he said, what are you going to pay me? And they balked. And they said, what do you mean? He said, what are you going to pay me? My time is valuable. My time is money, and you are taking my time, which means you are taking my money. What are you going to pay me? Well, you know, the other actors and cast and crew, they were fine just coming in and doing it. And he said, how nice for them. What are you going to pay me? Get paid for your work, people. Get paid for what you do. If you create, if you do something creative for people, get paid for it. And that is correct, passerby. Yeah, don't, you know, these people approach it. Well, it's, you know, it's good exposure. Screw you. I want money. I mean, there are rafts of stories on the internet from people talking about, you know, just pages of tweets and private messages and so on. Well, you should do this for free. It's good for exposure. Screw you. Get paid. Get paid for what you do. Your time is valuable. Look, I don't care if you're experientialist, spiritualist, believer or non-believer, whatever. Whatever's waiting for us after the big switch off. Look, We're here for one go-around, okay? Every minute that goes by, whether you're sitting in traffic, sitting at home, walking the dog, washing the dishes, lying on your back in bed, watching a football game, eating a meal, sleeping, screwing. Every minute that goes by is one less minute that you have. And if you can get recompense for the time you spend doing a thing, then at least there's that. So don't let people say, well, this is good for exposure for you. You know what else is good for exposure? Crawling through the desert with no food and water. That's exposure. Get paid. Harlan Ellison was absolutely right. Get paid for what you do. And it's why I started Guide Key. It's why when people say, hey, will you come and DM a game? Not my friends, not you guys. But if some rando just contacts me over social media, again, not my fans, not fans of the show. I'm not talking about you guys. And says, hey, I'm doing a corporate event and we would like to play Dungeons and Dragons. Awesome. Here are my rates. Here are my rates. Because if I'm going to set up my studio and sequester myself in this office for 4 or 5 hours a night, multiple nights over multiple weeks, or if I'm going to pack all of this stuff up over my head from this wall to the far wall that you guys can't see, 2 feet deep and 3 feet high, of Dwarven Forge into my car and drive to your event, then you're going to pay me. Now, if I elect to go to whatever event, down to Gods and Monsters, free comic book, or a free RPG day, or to a con, or run a game for my friends, or for my fans, if I elect to do that for free, that's on me. But don't come to me with promises of exposure. This will lead to more work. Things that lead to more work have never been good. What you mean is you want shit for free and you might say something good down the line. I made a cake topper. I think I showed it to you guys. I've got, it's up over there. I don't want to wander off camera. But I made a cake topper for some friends for their wedding. And people loved it. People kept coming by and looking at it because it was unusual. It was, I didn't just print up a gazebo. I painted a piece of dungeon terrain. And I was happy to do it. I heard from my friend and she said, hey, our wedding planner has some people who are interested in a Lord of the Rings themed wedding and can we give them your contact info? And I said, absolutely. But I'll tell you this. I did that as a favor for friends. This wedding planner comes to me. Get paid. Pay the writer. Get money for what you do. Particularly if it's in this role-playing game hobby. See, folks, people think that we, nerds, you, me, him, her, them, people think that because we're nerds, we have no business sense. Or because we're nerds, we'll do stuff just so we can be nerds. Don't do it. Don't paint up 30 minis for somebody and accept $20. Don't write an adventure module for a company and take $50 for your work. Don't 3D print and paint a piece of terrain for a stranger and take a pat on the back and a promise of exposure. Get paid. Your time is valuable. My time is valuable. Everybody's time is valuable. I wouldn't ask that wedding planner to just come and plan a wedding just for exposure. Hey, plan a wedding. No, I'm not going to pay you, but I'm going to tell everybody about you. Don't do it. It's just silly. Sorry, I'm parched this evening. Oh. But anyway, so we've got some interesting stuff moving forward in 2021, 2022. And 2021, there's a little bit of 2021 left, he said, covering up his verbal typo. We got some fun stuff coming up in 2022. Of course, we'll be rolling in the interviews. I've got some folks lined up. I've got some folks I think you're going to find it interesting. We're going to have some folks coming back on the show. Tracy Lesh will be back on the show in 2022. We're going to have, like I said, we're going to have some folks returning. We're going to have some new folks on the show that you've never seen on here before. Kyle will be returning in the new year. That's right. The man, the myth, the legend, Kyle Schuant, my co-host, will be returning. We are going to have starting up a Gamma World game, a live stream Gamma World game. And of course, this week, if all my players are feeling perfectly cromulent about it, we are going to return to the world of Greyhawk for the live stream Tuesday AD&D game. Won't that be a lot of fun? So we've got a lot of cool stuff coming. And as I was just discussing the matter of filthy lucre of getting paid or dying trying, I'm not going to die. Well, I mean, I am, but not. Anyway. Yes, starting next Monday, I will be launching the Patreon for this YouTube channel. You guys can contribute. There will be levels of patronage. That will be things you can contribute. And of course, the links will all be down here when appropriate. But not yet. Not yet. If you've looked on Patreon for the Dungeon Delver, don't sign up yet. There's not cool stuff there yet, but there's going to be cool stuff there. There's going to be cool stuff. I've always said that if I could monetize this, I would. But I would never keep anything that I had previously done for free from you guys. And that's going to hold true. That's absolutely going to hold true. So we'll see how that evolves. We did pick up, speaking of, let me see here. I was quite happy to see picked up a couple of subs. I was pretty happy about that. We're at 832 subs right now. I was very pleased to see this. So to new subscribers, welcome aboard. Thank you for stopping by. We are 168 subs out from hitting 1,000 subs. And what does that mean, you might ask? Well, I will tell you. If you're new here and you don't know about this, I will tell you. When this channel hits 1,000 subs, you're going to see some serious fun. Because when we hit 1,000 subs, I am going to announce a date for the Great Underground Virtual Games Convention. That's right. We're going to have a Friday to Sunday gaming extravaganza. I will be running original Dungeons & Dragons, First Edition Advanced Dungeons & Dragons, Tales from the Loop, Twilight 2000, Call of Cthulhu, all sorts of crazy fun role-playing games. And there will be other folks also running games. Some folks have already stepped forward and said, hey, how can I run a game at that when it happens? And I've said, hey, here's how you can do that. So when we hit 1,000 subs on the channel, and I feel like that could be before the year is out, hopefully. But when we hit 1,000 subs, we're going to announce that convention. And I'll organize it. You can join on through Discord. And you'll be able to sit at virtual tabletops and play games with people from all over the world in all kinds of time zones. So it's going to be good fun. When we hit 1,000 subs, it will be a blast, and I'm looking forward to it. And I hope you guys are looking forward to it too. So tell your friends, tell your friends of friends, tell everybody down at the local game shop, on your message board. Get this channel up to 1,000 subs, and we are there. It will happen. And then we'll have just a final time. And one thing that I'm going to dive into now, it's not going to be tonight. I feel like, tonight's just kind of a more casual thing, but starting, you know what? I'll start it this week. I'll start this week. I want to start taking, just like we did a how to D&D, how to play AD&D, and it involved a dive into the rules. I want to start doing the same thing for original Dungeons and Dragons. There are some differences. There are vast differences in places. But I want to take a look at original D&D from a rules standpoint. And I know a lot of people may have heard that you had to have chainmail to play original D&D. And that is, on its face, a true statement. But how true is it? Remember, most people didn't have access to 20-sided and 8-sided and 10-sided dice. Most wargamers had a set of knuckle bones that they filched out of a Monopoly or a Risk box or whatever came with their Avalon Hill games. So they had 2d6, 3d6, 4d6, 10d6, whatever. They had d6s. This company that's released this new war game called Dungeons and Dragons, well, they're asking you to, if you don't have these strange dice, to use chainmail. So we're going to take a look at using chainmail, and we'll go through some example combats. And that's going to start this week. We will start doing that this week, taking a look at just exactly how original Dungeons and Dragons works. And there's going to be a lot of things, I think, that surprise you. Like leveling and how certain spells work, how certain classes work or don't. So I think you guys are going to get a kick out of that, hopefully. Hopefully you'll enjoy that. And there's more crafting videos coming too. I keep saying that and not doing it. I keep saying more crafting videos are coming. And then I never show them. I just talk about the fact that they're coming. But no, more crafting videos are going to come. I'm going to be doing some painting. It'll require a little bit different setup, but I think I can make it work. So the schedule going forward in 2022 will be Monday night live stream, Tuesday AD&D game, Wednesday night live stream, Thursday night live stream, Friday night. I will probably move the open live stream back to Thursday. And then Friday night, we will play Gamma World. you guys will get a live stream of Gamma World, and that'll be a lot of fun. So that's all that's not, no, that's all. All that is coming in 2022. Let's see. Oh, look. Goodbye, Claude. Is that a bot swing by and delete their stuff? That was 50% of my 50% of my audience tonight. Damn. So what else? Did anybody else get any cool stuff? Let me, I've been ignoring, there's Dave Johnson. Dave Johnson got COVID. I'm so sorry, Dave. Hope you and the fam had a good Christmas. Looking forward to your AD&D. Well, thank you, Brian. We did have a good Christmas. My youngest got a Gibson guitar. She's over the moon with that. She's definitely looking forward to learning some guitar. That was from her grandparents. Thank you, Don and Jerry. Dave, I hope you feel better, buddy. I do hope you feel better. So anyone else? Anyone at all? Did you get anything neat? Did you get anything gaming related? Who was it? Somebody was mentioning to me. Oh yeah, Vinny was talking about his haul. I gotta look at this. Look at this picture. What did Vinny got? Couple of giant dragon miniatures. Battle mat. Cool looking battle mat there. Of course, you got the dice tower, the demon idol dice tower thing. Now, did you get that 1E handbook I see in the picture there? I can't really share this with you guys. I feel like I'm talking around you. My apologies. Did you get the 1E player's handbook? Was that a Christmas gift, or did you already have that? I hope you already had that. And then something called Adventure Finder. Not really sure what's going on there. See, I'm not sure if that's background or if that's that's a good looking haul there. A good looking haul. I let my daughter do the new background music and buy new streams. Not yet. I wouldn't want to put her on the spot. It'll be it'll still be from my friends over at Bards of Greyhawk. Rich and Jeremy. That's something else that's coming. I finally have everything together, but I don't want to drop that video on you guys until the new year. So January 3rd, set your calendar, set your watch. January 3rd, I will have the intro video for the channel. So I'll sit down. And that will be the first thing that plays. That'll be what you guys see. Now, I did have plans. I had been talking about this to go and set up a StreamYard account, a year-long StreamYard account. I hope I can still do that, but a couple things that I had hoped that would materialize have not, which kind of stinks, but there's nothing to be done for it. Maybe I can get a couple of things that'll help that. Maybe the Patreon will help with that. But I might set up a StreamYard account. I might still set up a StreamYard account if things break a certain way, but I'm not holding my breath. I'm not holding my breath on that one. So Oh, that's kind of cool. The comments dashboard on Facebook has gotten a lot better now. I can actually, like, if I see that there's been comments that aren't showing up, I can refresh it. I can even pop it. Oh, look at that. I can pop the comments out into their own tab and just have it floating over here. Look at that. I don't have to inadvertently miss anything anymore. So no, Rosie's not going to be doing the, oops, I told you her name. My daughter is not going to be doing the music for the show just yet. I was laughing. She just kind of pulling her leg a little bit. She said, "Wow, there's this song I've really been wanting to learn." And I said, "Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star." she laughed and said, "Well, there's two songs I really want to learn to play." So she's quite happy with it. And the kids get this little digital drawing app for their Nintendo Switches. They've got the Switch Lights that are a little bit more like a handheld and less like a tablet with, removable, the Joy-Cons, they call them. And some other goodies. Steam gifts. I gave her a copy of Fallout 4. My youngest. But yeah, it was a good Christmas. It was thoroughly enjoyable for them. So that, I think, just about wraps it up there. I don't really have a lot of D&D relatedness to discuss, but again, starting this week, we're going to dive into OD&D. We're going to try out a little bit of OD&D. And I'm looking forward to that. And I hope you guys are too. So, if nobody else has anything else, we'll go ahead and wrap it up. Again, next week, we're going to have that live music and video intro for you guys with music by my friends over at Bards of Greyhawk and video animation by yours truly. And you know how good that's going to work. So, that's about what I've got for this evening, friends. You guys be well. We'll be back tomorrow with a live stream AD&D game. And hopefully I'll have the table set up so we can do some gaming with Dwarven Forge and all that fun stuff. So until such time as that happens, you guys be good to each other, be well,